Hello, my dear people of Biafra land. As I promised on my last broadcast, I said I am coming again with what? With a huge blockbuster. A pikin, any pikin wey say mama no go sleep, you know say that pikin no go see sleep. The Nigerian government have already waking up the Biafran. They are the pikin, we are the mother, and they say they want to sleep. They cannot sleep now. They can never sleep. I am your one and only Okute Daily Talk from my own Daily Talks corner, where truth is the order of the day, where truth is the business, we chew like chewing-gum. So just relax your mind, listen attentively, as I brought to us a very interesting and live news that is happening right at the moment in Asorok, Abuja. Hear it in full. Disobedience to court order, a bad precedence that might amount to general disregard to Nigerian laws. They continue the refusal of the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, to comply with the ruling of the appeal court on October 13, 2022 might lead to the public neglect of government laws. We still have something. We still have to ask ourselves question here. Please pardon my manners, pardon my stammer. We still have to ask ourselves some certain question on why Malami refused to release Nnamdi Kanu. To me personally, if you ask me, I will say that Malami is being used as a scapegoat. People who is behind him. People who is behind him. One, the present administration. Two, the Igbo elites. Those who have soaked their hand in blood of the innocent Biafra youths. They are among those who are fighting in tooth and nail to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is not released. But all their effort is in vain. Yes, as long as Biafra is concerned, injury to one is injury to all. So what have happened to Nnamdi Kanu till tomorrow is still a national issue, both local and international. Believe it or leave it. Even if UK refuse to comment on this matter because of their own selfish interests, even if UK refused to do the needful of putting this country called Nigeria in order, the world is watching. What is happening right now in Burkina Faso is just a little to compare to what is going to happen or what is about to happen to Nigeria in no time. Believe this word or you leave it, but it's going to happen. I'm not a prophet. I'm only a broadcaster. But I tell you with experience that this will happen. Let's go straight into the news we have. The Abuja Appeal Court discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, but those at the helm of governance have refused to adhere to the court's ruling. This is a bad choice and one that is in total disobedience to even the Nigerian constitution, which the Nigerian leaders should be defending. It will immensely contribute to scoring Nigerian government very low, serve to the renewed calls for end to executive rascality, and prove this Buhari's administration incapable of upholding enacted laws and judicial rulings. They know nothing about law. So how do you expect them to respect the law? That is the question, and that is the problem we are having in the judicial system of Nigeria. When the president is illiterate and the attorney general is illiterate, how do you expect them to receive the rule of law? They will not, because they know nothing about law. They are only judging things based on their own human intellectuals, based on your own human brains, forgetting that law, when I talk about law, is last hope of a common man. And that is why when you are feel-cheated, when you feel that nobody is there to help you out, when you consult or contact the law, you will get justice. But in Nigeria, it is the other way around. It's only in Nigeria that somebody who went to a police station to make a report, at the end of the day, that reporter becomes the accuser. It's only in Nigeria. On the 13th and the 26th of October 2022, Mazi Okechukwu Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, won Nigeria government in the Abuja Court of Appeal and in Abia Federal High Court, respectively. The Abuja Appeal Court case was the result of the appeal by his defense team over the refusal of a lower court to quash all the frivolous charges Nigerian government brought against Kanu for simply demanding self-determinations, something extant a local and international law support. The Abia Federal High Court judgment was also in respect to other numbers of requests made by Kanu's counsels. Most majored at getting the court to condemn the abuses on Kanu's rights by the Nigerian government. So the Abuja Appeal Court, in a rebuke for how Nigerian government committed international crime by bringing Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria without due process, struck out all the criminal cases against the IPOB leader and also discharged and acquitted him for an unconditional release. The Abuja Federal High Court is in like manner granted 7 prayers and brought before her the Kanu's counsels, ordered that Kanu be returned back to the location, that is Kenya, where he was abducted, not arrested. Unfortunately, the judgment of the courts have not been obeyed by the federal government. Rather, they were defied and rejected by the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, who deliberately misinterpreted the court judgment in his characteristics and the historic nature of abuse of our court processes, claiming that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was only discharged and not acquitted. To clarify the judgment of the appeal court, the lead counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, on Monday, October 17, 2022, served the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, and the Director General of the Department of State Service, DSS, Yusuf Magaji Bichi, with a certified true copy of the judgment, which discharged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yet, the government is playing tone deaf, continuing to receive compliance, being lawless, and insulting the judiciary. The continued detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS dungeon amounts to continued abuse of his human rights, disregard to court order and United Nations directives that demanded he should be freed unconditionally, and will lead to a highly brutal response and encourage lawlessness everywhere, because government cannot disobey the law and expect anyone to respect or obey its laws. It is quite shameful for government to disobey our own judiciary in the name of we do as we like and nothing will happen. What an image before the international community. A disgraceful image, an investor-unfriendly image. No serious investor will invest in a country with rogue executive arm. It is an image that is an embarrassment to those that bear their passport. This administration is an embarrassment and a disgrace. It is either the Attorney General is an appointed of the President who helps in dealing with the judiciary, or he is the law himself. In a functioning constitutional democracy, how can a country's Attorney General argue in a total contempt of a subsisting order of a properly constituted court, contradicting the court judgment of discharged and acquitted as only discharged, not acquitted, even after being served with the original certified and true copy, As a law-abiding citizen, I'm someone who should lead by example. If truly Malami earned his grades in law school in respect to an order of a court, not paramount, Abubakar Malami is a disgrace. He should resign and be put behind bars for abuse of court processes. One wonders whether he is proactivity for clannish agenda is forever sustainable and without repercussions. The Attorney General should, as a matter of urgency, comply with the order of a competent court of jurisdiction without much ado, and in order to avert a constitutional conflict with multiple consequences. He should advise government to release Nnamdi Kanu forthwith or seek for legal teachers that will interpret the Court of Appeals ruling on Nnamdi Kanu's case, or wait for serious all-round disobedience of law. What goes around comes around. Yes, that is the country. That is a country that don't respect rule of law, but yet they will tell you that court is the last hope of a common man. The country that does not respect rule of law, they said no, they will not do what the court says. While the court have already pronounced judgment that the young man had been discharged and acquitted, they said no, it is not so. It's only discharged, but they cannot acquit him. If you ever go to school, Malami, and you study law as you claim, when you hear discharged, it must go with acquitted. Nobody can know, no lawyer or not even a lower court can tell you, oh, I discharge you from all charges, but I did not acquit you. It is not done. Not even in a law court. Not even in a local law court. Yet, you people forced ASU to go back to school with your own court, and you want ASU to respect that what the court said. You want ASU to obey the court order, but you, Malami, and the rest of you, and rest of you that have ganged up against the Biafrans, refuse to obey the court order, simply because you people think that nothing will happen, that nobody will do you people anything. But I tell you the truth, something will happen. Believe it or you leave it, something will happen. It will not happen now, it will happen later. That is the gospel truth. Because the country, tell me how a very serious-minded businessman will even wake up one morning and say, oh, let me travel to Nigeria to invest a dime in a country that the economy is dying on daily basis, a country that the government is the one that is storing the resources, not even somebody that is not in government. It's those ones in the office. They will steal the allocation meant for the poor. They will steal the allocation meant for development of the land. They will also steal the crude oil that the government can use to develop the country. What a word. From the one they steal, the little one they sold, they will still share it. Use it to develop your community. No. Use it to take care of the hospitals and schools in your constituency. They cannot. Instead, they will pack all those money, send them abroad. Tomorrow when they die, all those money become the property of the where they bank it. That is the kind of leader we have. Sometimes I begin to wonder, how do we get to this? How do we get to this bridge? Because that bridge now, where we find ourselves now, is about to cut into two. And once it happens, everybody that is in that bridge will sink inside the ocean. How do we get to this bridge? Does it mean that now the whites have used black magic on the Africans, which I know that Africans are the originator of black magic, to turn their brain upside down, for them to leave what they're supposed to be doing and be doing the other way around? A minister of information don't even have information. Minister of housing don't even house a house in Nigeria. All his house is in Dubai, UK, US, France, name it, South Africa, Egypt. Minister of Education don't even know how the schools in the country that he's the minister look like. The Minister of Information is giving wrong information. That is your country, Nigeria. The Minister of State Culture and Tourism don't even know what it's all about. It's only go about going from one shopping mall to the other. Is that tourism? In a place whereby the Minister of Health don't even know how the general hospitals or Nigerian hospitals we have in the country look like. You go to the hospitals, it's only rat, even snake you can find in the hospitals. No good equipment, no light, no water. Somebody will go to hospital to go and cure sickness. That person will be going home with another sickness. That is double wahala for the body. How do we get to this level? Who do us? Can we ever escape from this dungeon we find ourselves that it's called Nigeria? I don't know. It's only Chukwuka Abiyama that will help us, because things have really gotten out of hand. A country that have borrowed, their current debt now is more than have surpassed their GDP. How can that country survive? The country that have went bankrupt for 2 times. A whole country with mineral resources of different types. We have the gold, we have the diamond in our land. We have what do they call it? This is a precious stone. We have coal, we have cocoa. Then we have the general oil. When you talk about oil, we have anything that is called oil, crude oil. We have it in our land. We have gas. This natural gas that Putin is using to sideline almost all the whole Europe because of the support on Ukraine. Nigeria have that gas, of which if we manage our resources well, we could have been the one that is supplying gas to almost all the whole European countries. Now that there's conflict in the main source of their gas supply, yet we still borrow money. We are not borrowing to invest, rather we borrow to consume. We borrow to pay salaries. We borrow to construct a road that will not even give us any income, that have no any single impact on the national income or our economy. What a world and what a life. How do we get to this point? I am still asking. My viewers, my subscribers, please, if you watch this clip or if you watch this video to this level where I'm asking these questions, please, I want you to drop your comment at the comment section. How do we get to here? If you have the very good answer that will help us, please, I would like to hear it as we move on to another news that will enlighten our brains, because the story of Nigeria is really heartbreaking, so to say. It's very, very heartbreaking. At every point in time, when you remember you are from a Nigerian, when you even sometimes you go out there, somebody call you a Nigerian, you denied that you are from Kenya, you are from South Africa. Even some people say, even claiming to be from Somalia. Better than child, what a word. Anyway, my people, please, let's go straight to another news that will lighten our brains, because this one have already spoiled our moods. Let's go to the crisis we are having in APC. Everywhere, crisis. PDP crisis, APC crisis, Labour Party crisis. What is the sign? The sign goes that there's no 2023. That's what I'm saying. APC crisis deepens as Governor Mala Boni's loyalists rage over Adamu's comments. Let's see what Adamu said that made him to Mala. The crisis rocking the ruling All Progressive Congress has taken a new twist as loyalists of the party's former caretaker committee, chairman and governor of Yobe State, Mai Malabuni, have lambasted the party's national chairman, Abdullahi Adamu, who recent allegations he made against Buni. Okute News recalls that Adamu had in a press conference accused the former caretaker committee of leaving 7.5 billion naira debts on legal fees alone when he took over the affairs of the party. Adamu has said there were more than 200 staff on the payroll, and during the audit, we had to query where this number of people work. That is the ghost workers. It is everywhere in Nigerian offices. And that is why the system have been corrupt and it keep corrupting. You go to schools whereby lecturers who have even died, people are still collecting their salary. Why they are not doing anything? You go to National Assembly, you find ghost workers collecting salaries on monthly basis, even collecting maintenance allowances, but there's nobody there. In Peru, during the audit, query number of people work. They went to the media that we can't pay salary of staff just to blackmail us. It was gathered that the comments made by the APC national chairman have unsettled governors, senators, and other leaders of the party who were members of Buni-led caretaker committee. Speaking to Saturday Sun, a member of the National Working Committee said Adamu's outbursts may further escalate the crisis rocking the party since the emergence of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a presidential candidate of APC. Let it keep happening. I want this crisis to keep happening. We have no time left. Let all of you keep having problems for refusing to do the needful, for refusing to play the politics of inclusiveness. Instead, you people are playing politics. People will receive your payment in your own coins. Leaking sensitive dirty dealings, while revealing that the APC chairman intends to release the comprehensive report of the audit committee he set up when he assumed office. The source said Adamu's endgame is unknown, as no member of the new working committee was consulted before the weighty revelations were made public. So how can they consult you? Now you are denying. That is the problem. If you were consulted now, you will find one excuse or the other to give. Or if care is not taken, you will faint. And the issue will become a bygone. The new working committee member stated that Adamu intends to make public the allegation, the alleged financial misappropriation, lack of due process, and other unethical conduct by the Buni-led caretaker committee. He said loyalists to state governors and staff of the party might repay Adamu by leaking sensitive dirty dealings of the party to the media in the coming days. The source said Buni and his loyalists, who are still rooting for Adamu's replacement, are expected to hold an expanded meeting where the issues raised will be tabled and sorted out. That is bribing now. He said, our national chairman making such unguided statements at the peak of our campaign is reckless. The party is trying to reconcile everyone, yet the chairman is fighting personal battles. Can't he wait until after the elections to implement the audit report? Why sack staff now when they are needed during the campaign to fix things? Who is advising Adamu? He's acting like a sole administrator and no one can call him to order. The party needs to find a way to dismiss those media reports. Otherwise, the opposition will have enough to nail us with as we approach the elections. The spokesman of the party, Felix Moka, could not be reached for comments, notwithstanding another new working committee member who spoke to Saturday Sun said journalists should have asked Adamu to explain more when he made those allegations. The party hasn't commented on this issue. The issue raised are grave and they are unexpected from the national chairman of the party. The truth needs to be told. That is what people are jumping up and down. The truth needs to be told. The APC new working committee members are reviewing the various documents to understand what informed the allegation by Adamu. These matters and allegations are criminal. When new working committee members are done studying the details of the various reports by the transition committee is set up, issues raised will be addressed. When Buni take over, He inherited some liabilities from Adams Oshomole, accusing them now, blaming them. I inherited. Oshomole too inherited some things from John Odi Oyegun. That's how it works. But to openly accuse Bumi was uncharitable. For the records, the other bloated workforce he is referring to, Bumi didn't do that. He didn't recruit. It was Oyegun and Oshomole that recruited those stars. It appeared Adamu has some scores to settle with Bumi. Adamu deserves respect. Not willing to back, loyalists of the APC chairman had come in to back, insisting that those against Adamu have something to hide. A member of the APC National Working Committee from Northwest tackled governors and other leaders of the party who are unwilling to give Adamu a free hand to reform the party and play an active role in the Tinubu's campaign. He said, Adamu has not done anything close to undermining anyone. His views may not always be popular, but he needs to be respected as chairman. We cannot continue to monitor everything he does. Elections are coming, and the party needs to close ranks if we must win. The chairman has been urged to tone down on granting interviews. The party has a spokesman that will do that job. So that is where we are going to bring to an end this little broadcast that I bring to my people to let them know about how Abuja is falling and how it's going to fall. So my good people of Biafra, the great ones, that the great warriors, the pilots, and the captains of the ship that we are into, I am here telling each and every one of us for us to know that this struggle must only continue. Not minding the temptation, not minding the obstacles we are seeing on the way. We must continue the struggle. If the freedom not happen today, it must happen tomorrow. One thing is sure, victory at last. That is where we all stand. Until I come your way again, I am giving up this broadcast. I am signing out. Remember the culture. Like and share my content. Comment. And let all your brothers and sisters be part of this moving train. Until I come your way again. Bye for now. Que Messiano.